I recently gave a student some feedback during a live stream on American English pronunciation.
Well, I just want my parents to know that I'm not rejecting their offer to help.
And something I thought would be fun would be trying to see what other YouTube teachers would have to say about the same pronunciation file. So let me introduce you to some other English YouTubers who are going to share their thoughts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer from English with Jennifer.
Hey, I'm Ben from the Absolute Fluency YouTube channel.
Hi, I'm Lori from Pronunciation Pro and CommuniClinic.
Hi, this is Carol with ClarityAccent.
Hey everyone, it's Josh from English Hacks, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Hi everyone, Jennifer from Charles Speech, and I'm here to help you and to give Sycamore a little feedback on pronunciation. So let's take a listen.
They've been asked to provide 30 seconds of feedback for the same pronunciation file as me. I want to thank Sycamore and to all the people who regularly join us on the Schwa Mill. Thank you also to all of our YouTube collaborators. We couldn't have done this without you. Let's see what they have to say.
Well, I just want my parents to know that I'm not rejecting their offer to help.
Sycamore, you have very good pronunciation. My main tip is to slow down just a bit. Speaking naturally doesn't always mean speaking fast. Stay in control of your articulation and observe the two thought groups in your sentence. How? Stress the final content word in each thought group. Lengthen the stressed vowel sound even more. Well, I just want to let my parents know that I'm not rejecting their offer to help. Well, I just want to let my parents know that I'm not rejecting their offer to help. Remember, rhythm and intonation create the music of a language. Thanks for sharing your audio.
My tip for you would be, when you speak, always identify the strong words and the weak words in a sentence. English makes a difference or a distinction between strong words, content words, and weak words or function words. So content words, strong words are always more emphasized, but in this case, it sounds like you're emphasizing all the words in the sentence equally. And that's going to be a little confusing for your audience. So in this case, I would probably emphasize three words: parents, rejecting, and help. Well, I just want my parents to know that I'm not rejecting their offer to help. And that's going to make you sound less monotone and more interesting. So that would be my tip for you. Thanks for your audio, by the way.
Sycamore, you're actually sounding very close to native. Good for you. What I noticed most in your audio was the phrase offer to help. On the word to, you're doing a nice job of reducing that oo to the schwa vowel, and you're also tapping the T, which is appropriate here, but the T is sounding a little more like a voiced TH because your tongue is too far forward. So it's sounding like offered the help. At the end of offer, your tongue tip is already pulled back a bit because of that So just leave it right where it is and quickly and lightly touch the tip to the roof of your mouth. Offer to. You can practice this movement from an R to a tapped T in other phrases too, like further to drive, where to go, or border to border. Thanks for including me in this project, Geoff, and thanks Sycamore for sharing your audio.
And listening to this short clip, I have to say that it is pretty good. He's pretty intelligible. I understood every word he said. It sounded like tired casual speech. One thing I noticed was that he left off his T on the end of just. Well, I just want my parents to know that I'm not rejecting their offer to help. I just want my parents. So it is not uncommon in America, especially in the Western United States, in casual speech, in conversation, to drop that final T. To be more clear, you would pronounce it slightly at least. I just want my parents to know. His prosody was a little bit monotone. I mean, he would go up and down, but not very much variation, which is sometimes typical of people who are tired or not happy. I just want my parents to know that I'm not rejecting their offer to help. That would have a little bit more emphasis on different words, a little bit more feeling. Another thing is that his voice definitely goes down softer near the end. I just want my parents to know that I'm not rejecting their offer to help. So if you're in a situation where people may not understand you easily, you want to keep your volume level or a little bit higher the whole time through so they can understand you. So that's about it. Thanks for your audio. I hope this helps.
The first thing I notice is the breathy quality and the difference in resonance. So I'm not going to touch my chest because I have my microphone on, but if you put your hand right here, you should feel the vibration coming from here, and you should not feel the vibration in the back of your mouth. The should not be from back there. You're going to have the air coming from the diaphragm and the lungs, so more from the chest, and then the resonance will be from there, and that will allow the voice box to help you instead of having all of the air come from up here. Well versus well. Okay, number 2, I would say linking. Think about thought groups. Think about phrases. Well, I just want to know that I'm not rejecting their offer for help. I know I forgot a word there. You know what I mean. But anyway, what you want to do is speak in those phrases, link those together the best you can. What does linking mean? That means less pauses in the phrase. The words sort of blend together, and then you pause after each phrase. Let's put those two together. Deeper resonance, not from up here, and then the phrasing, well, I just want my parents to know that I'm not rejecting their offer for help. With that linking and with that phrasing, another thing that comes to mind is Sycamore is running out of breath at the end, and then it's harder to hear and less clear. So pausing will help you take a breath and then to be able to use better breath support. Well, I just want my parents to know that I'm not rejecting their offer for help. See, I ended strong at the end there. Last tip, last suggestion would be R and L. Think about making those sounds longer and stronger. Well, help, parents, rejecting, offer. Think longer and stronger and connect that R and L to the other sounds. We're not going to break those apart. Well, help, offer, rejecting. So I hope that this helps. Let me recap again. I'm going to say resonance is number 1, speak from the chest, not from the back of the throat. Number 2, speak in phrases. Think about linking with less pauses between each word. Number 3, you want to pause so that you don't run out of air, and that also so that your listener has time to think. And then last but certainly not least, that R and the L, make them longer and stronger and connected to the other sounds. Excellent work, Sycamore. Most importantly, as I understood everything that you said, these suggestions are all just to make it a little closer to an American speaker who was born and raised here, but you're doing a fantastic job. It sounded amazing. Keep up the good work. And Geoff, thanks so much for having me, and all the best to all of you. Take care.
First, let me say that your pronunciation overall is really, really good. So good job, keep that up. I think the biggest issue with this recording from my perspective is the ups and downs of the rhythm and the stress. You're actually overdoing it a little. Most people underdo it. If your intention was to show maybe a little annoyance and try to make it very, very clear, not rejecting their offer to help, that's okay. But if that wasn't your intention, then you want to kind of bring things together a little bit, smooth it out a little bit, not quite so sharp on the ups and downs. Well, I just want my parents to know I'm not rejecting their offer to help. You can also see I don't have those little micro gaps between the words. Everything's kind of smoothed out in one big flow.
Well, I just want my parents to know that I'm not rejecting their offer to help. Very flat. I think the sounds are actually very clear.
Well, I just want my parents to know that I'm not rejecting their offer to help.
Yeah.
Well, I just want my parents to know.
Like, well, I just want my parents to know. You know, so where's our range? Can we expand it a little bit more? So instead of, well, I just want my parents to know, could we be like, well, I just want my parents to know. You know, so like something needs to go higher and something also needs to go lower. Because right now everything is kind of compacted. It feels like it's being run through a compressor. One more time on that first part.
Well, I just want my parents to know that.
You know, the thing that probably has the most movement is the word well. It's like, well, I just want my parents to know versus, well, I just want my parents to know. Like, parents to know. Do you hear that movement? Just doing that just adds more contrast, makes it a lot easier to understand. You know, that's another opportunity too. On not, you can go on higher. That I'm not rejecting their offer to help. That I'm not rejecting their offer to help. You know, something like that would have just made the clarity a lot better. You know, the actual vowel sounds and things I think are actually pretty good.
Well, I just want my parents to know that I'm not rejecting their offer to help.
You know, so I think the basic ideas there, in terms of vowel sounds and pronunciation, I think are actually pretty good. But again, that's the pitches, because everything's kind of sounding the same. So those would be my big recommendations there. If you're looking for daily pronunciation practice just like this, we have a program called Mission English. We meet Monday through Friday in a live stream on Facebook that you can join on screen with me and get feedback. Check out this video here that shows what a Mission English class is like.